I thought choosing the road would make things easier. It didn't. Some days it feels heavier than before. But I'm still here. Still walking. Still trusting God. I've walked this road with tired feet, carrying more doubt than certainty. The dust still clings to who I've been, old scars reminding where I stand. I thought faith would quiet the noise, but some nights it's louder in my head. Still I lace my boots and rise again. Because turning back would leave me dead. I don't have all the answers now, just a heart that learned to stay. I don't walk because I'm fearless, I walk because I pray. I'm still on the road, even when it's hard to see. Still on the road, when the night keeps testing me. Still on the road, with the weight of yesterday. Still on the road, but I'm not walking alone. I learned to pray inside a home where faith was lived, not said in words. A mother whispering hope at night, a father working through the hurt. I carry them with every step. Every mile this road demands I stay, because someone's watching. Learning who I am. I don't walk to prove I'm strong or that I've got it figured out. I walk because grace found me when I was filled with doubt. I'm still on the road, even when it's hard to see. Still on the road, when the night keeps testing me. Still on the road, with the weight of yesterday. Still on the road, but I'm not walking alone. I fell down hard along the way, thought about letting go, but mercy met me in the dust and whispered, son, go slow. Freedom wasn't running far or leaving all behind. It was laying down the chains I carried in my mind. I didn't stay because I was strong. I stayed because God was. I'm still on the road, still learning how to breathe. Still on the road, still believing when belief feels weak. Still on the road, same dust beneath my feet. Still on the road, but grace keeps walking next to me. Still on the road, still on the road, still on the road, and I'm not walking alone. don't need to see the whole road. I just need to trust the shepherd. I don't rush ahead of where you stand. I've learned to slow my restless plans. Green fields don't shout, they quietly stay, teaching tired hearts how to pray. I've chased my fears down darker ways, but you keep calling me by name. I'm done pretending I'm in control. I lay my pace down, you take hold. I don't have to know what's next, I just need to trust your steps. You lead, I follow, down every narrow way. You lead, I follow, through the night into the day. When my strength runs hollow and I don't know where to go, you lead, I follow, and I finally rest my soul. Still waters calm the noise in me, where worry learned to let me be. Even valleys dressed in shadow don't steal the peace I've come to know. Your rod and staff, they keep me near, not with force but faithful care. I don't walk scared of what I'll face, because you're already in that place. I don't need the world to see, I just need you guiding me. You lead, I follow, down every narrow way. You lead, I follow, through the night into the day. When my strength runs hollow and I don't know where to go, you lead, I follow, and I finally rest my soul. I spend my life just trying to run, mistaking speed for being strong. But peace was never far away, it waited for me to obey. Freedom wasn't finding more, it was trusting you to lead me forward. I don't walk ahead of you anymore. You lead, I follow, every step I didn't plan. You lead, I follow, placing trust into your hands. If the road stays long tomorrow and the answers come in slow, you lead, I follow, that's the only way I know. You lead, I follow, you lead, and I'm not afraid to go. Before I knew the road, I knew the prayer before I understood faith. I saw it lived at home. I didn't learn to pray in crowded rooms or hear God first from polished pews. I learned faith at the end of the day, in quiet words I heard him say, hands folded tired from the day, hope whispered before sleep would stay. I didn't know what those words would do, I just knew they felt true. I didn't understand it all back then, but it planted roots deep within. Those were the lessons from home, faith you carry when you're grown, not shouted loud but softly shown, the kind of truth you walk alone when the world feels cold and unknown. I go back to the lessons from home. A mother's prayer beside the bed, a father's strength in words unsaid. They didn't claim to know the way, they just trusted God day by day. I watched forgiveness find its place, I saw mercy move through grace. Faith wasn't something they explained, it was something they remained. I didn't know how far I'd roam, but I carried what they'd sown. Those were the lessons from home, faith you carry when you're grown, not shouted loud but softly shown, the kind of truth you walk alone when the world feels cold and unknown. I go back to the lessons from home. I remember kneeling by the bed, words I didn't fully understand. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Those simple words still guide my way when I don't know what else to say. They remind my restless heart I was never walking apart. Those were the lessons from home, faith that carried me through the unknown. When I feel tired and alone, I still hear those words I was shown through every road I've ever known. I'm still living the lessons from home, lessons from home. They're still leading me on.
Before the morning light, boots on the floor, another fight. The road is wet from last night's rain, same old truck, same old name. I could have quit when it got hard, left the weight, broke the guard. But love doesn't teach you how to run, it teaches you how to stand. I don't stay because it's easy, I stay because it's right. Someone's watching how I walk when I leave the house tonight. For them I stay when my strength feels thin, them I stay when the doubt kicks in. I don't walk this road alone. I carry more than just my name. Every step, every mile, for them I stay. Door shuts quiet behind my back. I feel their prayers in the cracks. A picture frame, a promise made, hands that wave as I drive away. I've learned love costs more than pride. It asks you daily who you are inside, and quitting now would steal the way they learn what faith looks like someday. I don't claim I'm always strong. Some days I barely make it through, but I stand up, lace my boots, because they do what I do. For them I stay when my strength feels thin. For them I stay when the doubt kicks in. I don't walk this road alone. I carry more than just my name. Every step, every mile, for them I stay. I've wanted rest, I've wanted peace, I've wanted nights that don't feel steep. But love doesn't leave when the road gets long. It learns to sing a steadier song. If faith is shown in what we choose, then I choose them, I choose you. The dust and pain, for them I stay when the night remains. I don't walk this road alone. Grace is calling me by name. Every fall, every stand, for them I stay. I walk these fields in borrowed boots, left my mark where the dust still moves. Every fence, every open gate carries stories time didn't erase. I've chased the world, I've gone too far, still found myself beneath these stars. Some roads changed the man you became, but this land still knows my name. I don't claim it made me strong, but it taught me how to belong. This land still knows my name. Every scar, every mile I've changed. When the wind calls out my past, it answers back with grace. I don't stand here just the same, but my roots still hold the flame. Through the dust and through the rain, this land still knows my name. I learned to work before I spoke, hates, it believes. I've seen prayers sink into the ground, come back as peace when hope was found. I don't need walls or signs of fame. This land remembers who I am. It doesn't shout or call me back. It just waits right where I left my tracks. This land still knows my name. Every scar, every mile I've changed. When the night brings back my past, it answers me with grace. I don't stand here just the same, but my roots still hold the flame. Through the dust and through the rain, this land still knows my name. I'm not proud of every step I took or the times I chose the wrong road, but grace has a way of meeting you where the heart still calls a place home. If freedom means knowing where to stand, then I found it in this land. Not the man I was, but who I've changed. It watched me fall, it saw me rise, it never turned its face. I don't walk here just the same, but mercy writes the space. Through the dust and through the rain, this land still knows my name. Still knows my name. Still knows my name.
I didn't find faith on my own, didn't carve it out of broken stones. It was waiting long before I knew a quiet truth already true. I borrowed prayers I didn't write, leaned on hope in borrowed nights. Every step I thought was new was walked by someone walking too. I didn't build what holds me now, I just learned about this faith I didn't invent. It carried me when I was spent, when my strength was running thin. It believed when I couldn't then. I didn't earn it, I just bent toward the truth heaven sent. This faith I didn't invent, but it's holding me again. I've seen doubt knock on my door, heard fear say you're not sure, but something steadier remained, a fire that outlived the flame. I don't claim I understand why grace still reaches for my hand, but every road I've ever met leads me back to what was said. I don't stand by what I know, stand by what I was shown. This faith I didn't invent, it carried me when I was spent, when my strength was running thin. It believed when I couldn't then. I didn't earn it, I just bent toward the truth heaven sent. This faith I didn't invent, but it's holding me again. They said, fix your eyes, don't look away. The road is long, but he'll stay. Fixing my eyes on Jesus, the author and finisher of faith. I didn't start what won my heart, I just stepped into his part. The race was run before I knew, I'm just finishing held by you. This faith I didn't invent, it met me right where I went. Through the fall, through the bend, through the years heaven sent. I don't claim it's perfect yet, but I'm walking in it. This faith I didn't invent, and I won't forget. This faith still holds me. I didn't learn to pray out loud, I learned it alone. There's a room with no applause, no perfect words, no written laws, just a heart that learned to speak when it didn't know what to believe. No crowd to see me fall apart, no need to play a faithful part, just whispered hope in broken air, trusting God was listening there. I didn't need to raise my voice, he heard me anyway. That's where I learned to pray, with nothing left to say. No stage, no line, no name, just tears and honest faith. That's where I learned to stay when fear came anyway, behind a closed door on my knees. That's where he met me. I brought my doubts, I brought my shame, every loss I couldn't name. Didn't dress my words in grace, just let them fall into that space. I learned God doesn't turn away from trembling hearts that try to say the truth they barely understand, but still place it in his hands. I didn't know what prayer should be, I just knew I needed him. That's where I learned to pray, with nothing left to say. No stage, no light, no name, just tears and honest faith. That's where I learned to stay when fear came anyway, behind a closed door on my knees. That's where he met me. No eyes on me, no need to pretend, just God and me, again and again. That's where I learned to pray when words all fell away. Not strong, not brave, not sure, just hoping grace was true. And every time I lost my way, a quiet place still called my name behind a closed door on my knees. That's where he met me. That's where I learned to pray. I walked into the quiet night, carrying more than I could fight. Every prayer felt thin and weak, every answer out of reach. I didn't know where hope still lived, or if I had more left to give. I only knew I couldn't stand, so I fell into his hands. I wasn't looking for a sign, I just needed more than time. Grace found me there when I had nothing left to say. Grace found me there in the middle of my breaking. I didn't earn it, I didn't know how, but mercy met me anyhow. Grace found me there.
Carried all along, I didn't reach up through the air. Grace was already there.
Grace found me there when I had nothing left to say. Grace found me there in the middle of my breaking. I didn't earn it, I didn't know how, but mercy met me anyhow. Grace found me there. You were never out of reach, never too far gone from me.
I was waiting in the dark, right where you fell apart.
I don't count the steps you missed, I restore what's left of this. Lift your eyes, you're not alone, you were always coming home.
Paper thin. Grace found me there, and I'm breathing life again.
I didn't earn it, I didn't know how, but heaven met me here and now. Grace found me there. Grace found me there. I thought every mile was on my own, every prayer just a hopeful tone. I counted steps, I counted years, carried my doubts,
carried my fears. I blamed the dark when I couldn't see. Thought strength was walking endlessly. But looking back through all that ground, I see the truth I never found. I wasn't strong the whole way through. I was just held when I couldn't move. I didn't walk alone, even when the road felt long. Every step I thought was mine. Mercy was walking all the time. I didn't see it then, but now I know. I didn't walk alone. There were nights I almost turned, fires of faith barely burned. I didn't hear you call my name, still you stayed just the same. I mistook silence for your lead, thought absence was what I received. But presence doesn't always speak, sometimes it just refuses to leave. You didn't shout, you didn't prove, you just walk where I move. I didn't walk alone, even when the road felt long. Every fall I called my own, grace was there before the dawn. I didn't see it then, but now I know. I didn't walk alone. If I could tell my younger self what kept me standing when I fell, I wouldn't say I figured it out, I'd say I was never without. Every road, every bend was walked with a faithful friend. I didn't walk alone, through the dust, through the unknown. Every prayer, every groan, He was closer than I'd known. I don't wonder anymore, I've finally been shown. I didn't walk alone. I didn't walk alone. Walk alone.
God, I don't know who is listening right now. I don't know what they've been carrying or how long the night has lasted, but you do. For the one who feels tired of trying, for the heart that's been holding on in silence, for the soul that feels unseen and forgotten, meet them here. Give them rest where the weight feels heavy. Give them hope where the road feels empty. If they've forgotten how to pray, pray for them now. Remind them they're not alone. Remind them you're still near. And if all they can do today is take one more step, walk it with them. Amen. If you're walking through a night that doesn't end, counting losses, counting what ifs again,
If your faith feels thinner than before, and you don't know what you're hoping for, I've been there, I've worn that face. I beg God just to slow the pace. You're not weak for feeling this way. You're just human, trying to stay. You don't have to fix the dark, just don't let it steal your heart. Carry the light, even if it feels small tonight. Carry the light. When you don't see the other side, you don't have to burn like fire. Just don't lay your hope aside. If you can't run, if you can't fight, just carry the light. Teach you how to kneel. Some prayers don't sound holy, they sound real. Tears falling like unanswered calls, hope leaning hard against the wall. But grace doesn't rush your pain, it sits with you in the rain. And love doesn't ask you to be strong, it just asks you to hold on. You don't have to see the way, just trust the step you take. Carry the light when your strength is out of sight. Carry the light through the longest part of night. You don't have to shine for crowds or prove your faith is right. If all you've got is one more try, carry the light. There will be days you feel behind, like the world moved on without your light. But heaven never lost your name, it knows your voice, it knows your pain. If you could see what's walking near, you'd know there's nothing left to fear. Every prayer you thought was weak, every word you couldn't speak, was heard, was held, was never lost, not even at the cost. Carry the light for the ones that come behind. Carry the light when you're healing one step at a time. You don't have to understand, you don't have to feel alright. If love still breathes inside, carry the light. Carry it through the doubt,
Carry it through the tears,
carry it through the silence,
through the wait and through the years.
carry the light until the morning comes.